Welcome to Neosho Wildcat Baseball, live on KNEO.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Neosho Wildcats. Now let's go to the game site for all the action.
And good evening, Wildcat fans. John and Matt with you from Republic, Missouri. We are at the Republic Tigers baseball field. And Matt, after having played on the prairie at Neosho, this is not going to be any different tonight, is it?
No, the wind's the same. The wind is the same. They just have dirt out there.
Yeah, they do. This is a natural turf field, but it looks like the fences are just about the same distance. Yeah. It's not any farther, not any closer, but that wind is howling. Talking to a couple of Neosho players a little while ago, you get the ball up in the air, and it could go out of this ballpark, but that works out for both of us, doesn't it?
Yeah, it worked out for both. And I can't really tell about I guess if you can pop it up in the left field, it could carry.
Yeah, it really should.
From what the flag says now. This is what the flag says. So.
Yeah, we're in a unique position. We're in the press box. The press box is a two-fold press box, much like Neosho's press box. And we're looking over here to the right or the left, and we see that the softball field, the flag is blowing straight out. Then right in front of us, we're at the baseball field, and that flag is kind of blowing a little bit south-southwest. So it should be an exciting ball game tonight. 77 degrees as the ball game gets started. Hey, Republic comes in with a record of 7-15 after a season last year of 15-16. Coach Kurt Ploiter, who's been a coach for a long, long time, and he knows baseball probably as good as anybody that we know. He's got 3 returners this year. He's got senior Preston McCracken, junior Brandon Overstreet, who, by the way, will be on the mound for the Tigers this evening, and he also has junior Nolan Lashley, who will be behind the plate. So, and as almost everybody that we play now, Matt, the Republic Tigers are not only a COC rival, but they are a Class 6, District 6 rival. And when all's said and done and the smoke clears from the regular season, we will be going over to Ozark, where the Cats will participate in District 6, and we'll have more about that a little bit later on. This is the pregame show. It's brought to you by ProLube, the Tire and Auto Center. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout, and we'll be right back. You're watching Neosho Wildcat Baseball on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Barry Reel with the First Free Will Baptist Church of Neosho. And if you're watching the game tonight, you probably like winners. You probably want your team to win, and I understand that. Every game's going to have a winner and a loser, but I want to encourage you in life to find the winning team. Jesus Christ is leading the winning team, and he wants you on his team. Joshua says that we have to choose what side we're going to be on. He says, choose you this day who you're going to serve. So I want to encourage you, along with Joshua in the Old Testament, to choose a team to serve. Call out on the Lord today. Talk to him, trust him, and see what he'll do in your life. I want to encourage you to choose the winning team. That's Jesus' team. I hope it'll be your team. For KNEO Radio, this is Barry Reel.
Hi, I'm Pastor Jeremy Bridges with the Canopy Church, and I want to give you some encouragement today. No matter how far you feel from God, right now, did you know he's never more than a prayer away? Psalm 145 says, "The Lord is near to all who call upon him." If you need to reconnect with God today, he's just one prayer away. If you need to ask for forgiveness, he's just one prayer away. If you need God's help or guidance, all it takes is a prayer. If you haven't talked to God in weeks and you know your relationship with him isn't as it should be, cry out to him. It's just one prayer away. And if salvation is what you need, ask him. He's just one prayer away. Have you talked to God today? He's waiting to hear from you. For KNEO Radio, I'm Jeremy Bridges. My name's Pastor James for the Neosho Church of the Nazarene. Just have a privilege here to share with you a word of encouragement today. You know, in the world in which we live, people are always making plans. We're trying to navigate through life, and sometimes life can be kind of complicated and rather layered as we're trying to figure out direction and trajectory and all of these things. But the Bible tells us to commit all of our plans to the Lord, to trust in the Lord with all our heart, to lean not on our own understanding, to acknowledge Him in all our ways, and He will make our path straight. I'm a firm believer that the Lord has incredible plans for our lives, and so many times we deviate from those because we get to chasing after all of these other things that are out there in the world. The Bible tells us that before we were even born, that the Lord had things that He wanted our lives to accomplish. And so I would just encourage all of you today, and I don't think it's by accident that you've stumbled across this video, and I would just encourage you to seek the Lord, to lean in and to find out what He has for your life, because I promise you that will be the best life that you could live. May the Lord bless you. Hope you have a wonderful day.
At WG Marketplace, you'll find high-end, boutique-quality finds at thrift store prices, and every purchase helps those struggling with homelessness build a better future. WG Marketplace. Shop with purpose, give with impact.
And welcome back. We're in Republic, Missouri. John and Matt with you. We'll be ready to get this ball game underway in just a few minutes. This is a beautiful field. And as we said, the wind is blowing, so we may see some long balls hit here today. But knowing these two coaches, we're liable to see a little bit of small ball as well, Matt.
Yeah.
Both these two coaches make every opportunity to get aggressive on the bases, make sure that they are disciplined at home plate, and let the defense do the work. And that's what the Cats have got to do tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're pretty excited about that, and we're pretty excited about the ball game that is coming your way in just a few minutes. Right now, Republic has kind of had the bad side of it. They've been they're on a 5-game losing streak, and they got beat by Webb City the other night 6-2. They score about 5.3 runs per game, and they give up 5.3. The Cats are riding high. We're on a 2-game winning streak. Hopefully, we've got that roughest part of things out of our system, and we're done. But that streak includes beating Joplin, that you saw right here on KNEO Wildcat Sports Network on Tuesday night, and we beat Joplin by a score of 3-0. A 2-run winning double by Cooper Charlton, who will be on the mound for the Cats tonight, and 2 hits by first baseman Tevin Beaver. Drake Jennings produced just exactly, Matt, what the doctor ordered, and that was a complete game. He gave up 1 run, had 4 hits, had 4 strikeouts as well. Cats leave here and they go to Garden City, Kansas, where they'll take on a couple of Kansas high-class teams. Blue Valley Southwest is one of them, and Shawnee Mission North. Then they'll be back home on Tuesday night, and we'll take on Carthage. This is the pregame show. It's brought to you by ProLube, the Tire and Auto Center. We'll take another timeout, and we'll be right back. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
The Neosho R5 School District is committed to shaping the future, one student at a time. From academics to athletics, we empower our students to reach their full potential, installing values of hard work, teamwork, and integrity. We would like to thank you for tuning in to the broadcast today and cheering on our Wildcats. Our dedicated teachers, staff, and coaches work hand in hand to provide a well-rounded education that prepares students for success. Together, we're building a brighter tomorrow for our community. The Neosho R5 School District, where excellence thrives.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Today's sporting event is being made available for your family by Chris Wright of Dig Right Equipment Rental, located just off Highway 49 at the Carterville exit by Casey's. Open Monday through Friday and Saturdays till noon with rentals of outdoor construction equipment and even attachments for your machines. Chris Wright of Dig Right Equipment Rentals is a proud supporter of today's game. 417-317-4995.
I learn best by doing.
I enjoy helping others.
I want to leave my mark.
Here, I discovered what I can do and who I can become.
What begins on this campus moves into studios, hospitals, and communities around the globe.
This is Missouri Southern State University.
Explore boldly.
Care deeply.
Impact globally.
One expanded mission built with lion pride.
Compton CPA Group PC, located at 112 Northwood in Neosho, is a full-service accounting firm and is proud to support the Neosho Wildcats. Compton CPA Group PC can assist you at every stage of your financial life and help you work toward your financial goals. From tax preparation to bookkeeping services, Compton CPA Group PC has you covered. For all your tax and business affairs, call 417-451-2932 or learn more at ComptonCPAGroup.com.
Helping your teen learn smart money habits doesn't have to be complicated. First Community Bank's teen checking account is built for tweens and teens 11 and up with parents in mind. Teens get their own debit card, ATM access, and mobile check deposit, plus a bundle savings account to help them plan ahead. Parents get peace of mind with no monthly fees, parental debit card controls, alerts and notifications, joint ownership, and full account access. Stop by any First Community Bank location to open a teen checking account today. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
And welcome back. We're in Republic, Missouri, just about an hour and 10 minutes down 60 Highway. John and Matt with you. We are looking out here on the field, and we see a familiar face. Former coach at Neosho, Bo Hessel, has enjoyed coming over here and seeing Bo just a little bit earlier to kind of catch up for just a few minutes. So probably if anybody knows the Wildcats, he knows them as good as anybody, Matt.
Yeah, it should be a good game tonight.
I think it's going to be a great ball game. As we said, Cooper Charlton will be on the mound for the Cats. For the Tigers, it will be Brandon Overstreet, who, by the way, is a junior. He's also a utility player, so they can move things in and out. If you're in Neosho right now and you want to catch a soccer game, you can go on out to the Marion Family Complex, where the Lady Tigers are going to be in town, and they have a record of 10-6, and they'll be playing the Lady Wildcats soccer team, who has a record of 8-5, so it should be exciting all the way around. Baseball Cats will be home on Tuesday as they host a always tough Carthage Tigers. Then they'll travel to Willard on Thursday for another COC matchup. As we said, it's a beautiful day. What you see out there right now is Republic getting their warm-ups, and we will, Neosho's running a few laps trying to get warmed. As I say warmed up, and it's not really warmed up. It's warm out there, but the wind makes it seem a little cooler, doesn't it?
Yeah, the wind's blowing awfully hard.
Yeah, it is, and you'll see the Cats out here warming up, and we'll get this ball game underway by about 4:30. We're going to take one more time out, and then we will be back. We'll have the keys to the Cats, the starting lineups, and much more. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcats Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Looking for extra space near Neosho? At 86 Mini Storage, we offer secure open parking for RVs, campers, and vehicles. Plus, we have a selection of storage units that can hold whatever you need. Conveniently located in Western Neosho with 24-hour access for our customers, and right now, your first month is free. To find out what spaces are currently available or request a unit, visit 86ministorage.com or call 417-621-1601.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. For more information, 417-221-6795 or online at proluberepair.com.
Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho serves the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer business banking services including checking and savings accounts, business loans, and electronic banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, a proud sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, equal housing lender, member FDIC, where their slogan is Southwest Missouri Bank.
Missourians know we've got their back. For 75 years, they've turned to Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance for dependable, personalized life insurance coverage. That's 75 years protecting families and the lives they've built. For small-town values and big-time protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
At Calvary Neosho, we aren't your grandmother's church, because she lives in Akron, Ohio, and that would be a terribly long commute for church. But if she did live in Neosho, we at Calvary would be delighted to have her come visit us. And since you live here, we would definitely like you to come visit us. Then, when your Nana comes to visit for Christmas, you can bring her to church and introduce us to her. We're sure she is a delightful lady. You can find us at Facebook.com/Calvary of Neosho, or join us in person at 3650 Oak Ridge Extension. We gather for worship Sundays at 10:30 a.m. Calvary Neosho. Not your grandma's church, but we'd sure like to meet her.
And welcome back. We're in Republic, Missouri. John and Matt with you. We'll be getting ready to get this ball game underway in just a few minutes. Talking with some coaches around the league. One of the things that we've seen, Matt, is especially during baseball season when you have a non-conference schedule, Branson is normally on that. And the reason Branson is on that schedule is because they fall right into Class 6, District 6 playoffs, which will be hosted at Ozark this year. Thought we would give you a little bit of a rundown on what the district looks like at this point. Of course, it'll be the end of the season before we actually have the seeding meetings, but there will be an opportunity there for the Cats to really show their stuff during district as well. But it starts off with Branson, who has 11 wins and 10 losses. Glendale, and this is in no particular order, by the way, Glendale has 14 wins and 9 losses. Joplin now is 10-7 after last Tuesday night. Kickapoo is 13-9. Neosho is 13-7. Nixa is 16-4. Ozark is 15-7. And the Republic Tigers are at 7-15. So it looks like at this point, if we were to start district playoffs today, Neosho probably would be the number 4 seed. But as you well know, if you're coming in and playoffs are part of what you do and what you're anxious to get done, it doesn't really matter where you start off because you're going to take them all. And a good example of that was last year Joplin. Joplin came in and they were the number 5 seed. They played Neosho and they went through and ran the table and ended up being district champions.
Yeah, they did.
So we're excited about district playoffs, and we will keep you updated along the way. The Cats are out in the field right now. As we say, Cooper Charlton will be on the mound for the Cats tonight, and we'll be ready to get this ball game underway. This is the pregame show. It's brought to you by ProLube, the Tire and Auto Center. We're going to take another time out. We'll have keys for the Cats and the starting lineups. You're watching the Cats on KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Wildcats!
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. State Farm agent Eric Norris and his team are here to help you go for 2 by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call and saves you time and money. So go for the win and score big savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way to help life go right. Call State Farm agent Eric Norris at 417-451-6666 for more information. And go Wildcats!
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Joe Ringstaff, your Neosho Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Joe Ringstaff is a proud sponsor of the Neosho Wildcats on KNEO. For all your investment needs, call 417-451-7789 or stop by the office at 2502 Lusk Drive, Suite D in Neosho. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
This is Pastor Barry Reel from the First Free Will Baptist Church of Neosho. Though our culture seems to be rejecting the idea of truth, we remain committed to obeying God's Word by speaking the truth in love. We would love to share God's truth and love with you. We're located at 960 Burr Crossing Road in Neosho, and we meet on Sunday mornings at 10:45 a.m. and then again on Sunday and Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Find us on Facebook at First Free Will Baptist Neosho or call 918-413-5465.
Family Market, located at 201 North Neosho Boulevard, is your friendly hometown grocery store with delicious deli and the best selection of fresh meats and beautiful produce. Family Market can also take care of all your catering needs. Whether your upcoming event is big or small, Family Market can handle it all. Call 451-0057. That's 451-0057. Check out the Family Market Facebook page for weekly specials. Go Wildcats from Family Market of Neosho.
Welcome back to the pregame show. It is time for Keys for the Cats. Keys for the Cats is sponsored by State Farm Eric Norris and Neosho, located at 437 West Kohler Street in Neosho. Eric and his team offer a variety of insurance service for individuals and businesses. Learn more online at ericnorrisinsurance.com or by phone at 417-451-6666. Over to you, Dad.
All right, keys for the Cats. We start off with the letter D. The Cats have showed and continue to show superb defense. Double play, the pitcher's best friend, is always an option. Superb defense gives the pitcher the confidence to put the ball in play. Strikeouts are really nice, but defense is what wins the ball games, and that's what we're looking for tonight, especially with the wind the way it is. Talking with pitcher Cooper Charlton just a little while ago, he said he's going to do everything he can to keep the ball down low, and I certainly can understand that. H, we show in the close games that in the hitting category, just exactly like Tuesday night, Matt, we beat Joplin. We beat them 7 hits to 3 hits.
Yep.
In close games, big innings are going to come about, and they're going to give you an opportunity to win the ball game. B stands for base running. The Cats have a lot of speed and intelligence on the base and produce runs. Alert and aggressive base running will certainly put the defense at a disadvantage, and we'll be able to really put the pressure on them and hopefully make some mistakes. And H, we're headed to the finish line. Let's finish strong, and let's go into May. And don't look back. Let's go to district playoffs and make sure that we've got everything that we're looking for. It's just around the corner, so we're excited about that. As we said, the Cats are going to Garden City this weekend, and the object there is to play a whole lot of teams, so when you get to COC play, there's not a whole lot that you haven't looked at.
That's right.
A couple of our sponsors tonight. We want to thank the Northwest Arkansas Naturals, who are home at Arvest Ballpark on Sunday the 26th through Sunday the 26th as they face the Wichita Wind Surge. Ticket information is available at nwanaturals.com, a supporter of Wildcat baseball on KNEO, as are the Springfield Cardinals, who are at home through Sunday the 26th as they take on the Midland Rockhounds. Ticket information there is possible by visiting springfieldcardinals.com, another supporter of high school baseball. And we're getting ready to get things underway. We're going to take another timeout. We'll be back with the starters, and we'll get this ball game underway. But before we do that, we want to thank some of our sponsors. We certainly want to thank the Neosho School District, People's Bank of Seneca, Missouri Southern State University, Dig Right Equipment Rental, Compton CPA Group, First Community Bank, 86 Mini Storage, ProLube, Southwest Missouri Bank, and Josh Dodson. He is your Farm Bureau agent. We'll be right back after this.
Forbes asked, and the people answered. Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance is one of America's best insurance companies. Forbes recognizes what our customers have known for generations. We are committed to protecting families and the lives they've built. For auto, home, life, and business protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dodson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
Hi, I'm Sam O'Neill with Affordable Propane of Neosho. From setting tanks to refilling them, we offer a full spectrum of service to meet your every need. We serve Neosho and surrounding areas, and we are committed to giving you better service at better prices. Give us a call today, 417-437-8927. Thank you.
Want to know what your home is worth? Stop by to get a free competitive market analysis with Show Me Real Estate of Neosho. They're proud to serve the Neosho area and will stay with you every step of the way, whether you're buying or selling. A family-owned business for over 25 years, Show Me Real Estate of Neosho. 417-451-1700 or by email at gkitchen.showmerealestate@gmail.com. Home of the Happy Campers.
Today's Wildcat game is brought to you by Edgewood Bowling Center of Neosho, Missouri. Located at 2811 Gardner Edgewood Drive, they now have new synthetic lanes for adult and children bowling leagues and a smoke-free environment. They also have a certified pro shop and hosting for private parties. They offer Cosmic Glow Bowling on Fridays and Saturdays after 8 p.m. To learn more about Edgewood Bowling Center and their leagues for adults and children, the phone number is 417-451-4505.
Another lovely day at the office until this happens. And this. And this. You could always try this, or this, or this. But why not call Toner Connection? Forget the mess, forget the stress, simply call the best. For sales, service, and supplies, call Toner Connection, 782-8444.
Healthcare doesn't have to be complicated. At the Free Market Physician in Neosho, you pay just one affordable monthly fee, and that covers all the checkups and routine care you need. No insurance hassles, no surprise bills, just unlimited access to your doctor when you need them. Whether it's a quick visit, telemedicine, or ongoing care, you're covered. Find out how simple healthcare can be. Call 417-312-9499 or visit freemarketphysicians.com. That's 417-312-9499.
And welcome back to Republic, Missouri. John Ball, Matt Ball with you. Glad to have you here this afternoon. We're about ready to get this ball game underway, so we'll talk about the starters. For your Neosho Wildcats, visiting, coached by Keith Kilgore with a record of 13-7. We'll start off with number 3, Gage Harville. He'll be playing shortstop. Number 8, Colton Harville will be playing third base. In the 3 hole is Tevin Beavers, number 15, and he'll be playing first base. Drake Jennings will be playing center field tonight, and he will be hitting in the 4 hole. In the 5 hole is Brody Crane. He's the designated hitter. This was possibly the last time, unfortunately, that we'll be able to see Brody Crane, because he is going to have surgery up in Kansas City, and he won't be able to pick up a baseball until August sometime next year. So we wish the very best. Our prayers and thoughts go with him and his family. In the 6th hole is number 32, Wyatt Woodard, and he'll be playing in right field. Number 21, Cooper Charlton, and he'll be on the mound for the Cats. The lefty has the ability to be able to throw the ball hard or to throw it slow and easy. Does a great job of mixing up his pitches. In the 8 hole is number 19. The guy behind the plate is Aiden McCroy. And then in left field is Logan Hearns, wears number 11. Jaden Fisher is out at second base, and he is the flex player. For the Republic Tigers, coached by Kurt Plonter, they have a record of 7-15, and they'll be coming in. They'll start with their designated hitter, Landon Blankenship. He wears number 28. Number 2, Cooper Thomas, plays second base, followed by the catcher, Nolan Lacklesy. He wears number 19. Number 14 is Brandon Overstreet, who also is out on the mound for the Tigers. In the 5th hole is number 4, Landon Perkins. He plays right field. Maddox West plays first base, and he'll be in the 6th hole. In the 7th hole is Greg Hicks. He'll be playing third base. The 8-hole hitter will be number 3, and that is Fisher Moore, playing left field. And in center field, it'll be Chase Cornell, and he wears number 27. The shortstop, a freshman, Cam Riddle, will be the flex player. So we will be ready to get going here in just a minute. You can hear the PA announcer in the background. Coach Plotner is assisted by, as we said earlier, Bo Hessel, Josh Neffield, Jared Baird, and Evan Smith. We'll be ready to get this ball game going here just pretty quick. We just hold it right here. Remember, we will be telling you the number of pitches, and the reason that's so important is because by MSHA rules and regulations, juniors and seniors can throw 109 pitches. We're going to pause now and honor our country with the national anthem. All right, and with that, we will get this ball game underway. Republic is going back out there because this is a natural turf ball field. They are going to put new bases out, so everybody will have an opportunity, and we'll take another timeout. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Tally Tire at 18152 East Highway 86 is a proud supporter of local high school athletics. Tally Tire is your full-service car and truck headquarters. They carry name-brand tires such as Nexen, Mastercraft, and Uniroyal, ATC camper shells and bed covers, and do oil changes and tune-ups. Call Tally Tire today for all your automotive needs at 417-451-0457 or online at tallytire.com.
You found it. The ultimate car wash. The one that leaves your vehicle looking brand new every single time. Do we have a prep team that pre-washes? You bet. Over 300 ports applying soap to your vehicle? Yes, sir. 40 high-pressure nozzles providing over 2,500 psi of pressure? Who wouldn't? Buff and dry features that dry your car along with combined 100 horsepower blowers? Try 150. Be careful, we might just blow you away.
All right, welcome back. We're getting ready to get this ball game underway for the Cats. It'll be Harville, Beaver, Jennings, Crane, Woodward, Charlton, McCrory, and Hearn. And out at second base will be the ailing second baseman because his toe is still broken, and that is Jaden Fisher, so he'll not be hitting today. We'll be getting ready to get this ball game underway. Overstreet's on the mound for the Tigers. He looks like a young man that's probably maybe 6'1" or so. He's a junior, and there's a throw down to second base. And they'll throw the ball around the horn. We'll be ready to get this ball game underway. Cats have got to start out fast, Matt. They've got to get Harville on deck, Harville moving it around, and we're going to test Mr. Lashley's arm from the very beginning, I believe.
Yep, let's see what he has to offer. That wind coming from the south has got to probably play a little bit into this.
Yeah,
I'd say for both pitchers.
Yeah, I'd say that's right. And here's Gage Harville. Here comes the first pitch from Overstreet. There's a stretch, and there's a pitch, and it is low for ball one. Harville steps out and steps right back in. Overstreet working from the windup now, and that one is a call strike on the inside corner. Steps back in, holds his hand up to the umpire, and now here we go. We're ready to go with the third pitch, and that is swung on, and that's going to be a base hit. And Harville gets on just like that, exactly what the Cats had in mind, Matt.
Yep.
He took that pitch. It was a little bit of outside pitch, and he put it into left center. Here is Colton Harville, the third baseman. Gage gets off a little bit, and knowing coach will do something pretty aggressive right off the bat. And there's the first pitch. It was a ball. Harville squared the bunt and pulled it back. Harville looks down at third base, and we see Coach Kilgore down there, and he's going through a litany of signs. There's a pitch that throw back to first base. Gage back in plenty of time. Overstreet working from the stretch. Here comes a pitch, and that ball is bunted foul. So that'll leave the count at 1-1. In case you're just joining us, it is the top half of the first inning. Neosho is up. Got the first batter on. Gage Harville hit a single into left center field, and there's a throw back to first base. He's back in plenty of time. And he pulls it back again, and Harville gets back, and again, there's another bunt play, but he pulled it back, so that'll run the count to 2 balls and a strike. Gage had really gotten out there pretty good that time, and Lashley whipped the ball down to first base, but he was back. And there's another one, and he's going to whip it back again. And that ball gets away, and Gage is going to go on to second base. He may try to take third, and he is. He's going to take third base and end up in third. So the Cats are in business with a runner at third base and no outs. And there's 3 balls and a strike on Colton Harville.
Boy, there's a lot of ground out there between first and the dugout.
Yeah, there is. There's a whole lot. This ball club has got a lot of foul territory. And there's ball 4. So we've got a Harville on first and a Harville on third. Here's the guy that had 2 hits the other night, Tevin Beaver, the first baseman. Tevin steps in, he bats right-handed. Comes the first pitch, swung on, and there's a hit and well, the runner goes on to second base, so Colton is at second. That ball got out into center field, but Gage stayed right there. That was a hit and run, so that was called strike 1. There's one outside. I said call strike. He swung at it. That leaving the count at 1-1. Drake Jennings and Brody Crane up for the catch yet. And there was a pitch that caught the outside corner for strike 2. Tevin steps in, and that ball's outside. They'll run the count to 2-2. Cats need to not let this opportunity get away. And there's ball 3 on the outside corner. So it's a full count on the first baseman, Beavers. Comes the pitch, and swung on, got him, strike 3. So there's the first out. And here's Drake Jennings playing center field today. Drake was on the ground, on the mound against Joplin on Tuesday night and pitched a complete game. Here's the first pitch, and that's called strike on the outside corner. Overstreet's got a good mixture of fastballs and curves. There's the next pitch, and that's called strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes, and here comes another pitch, and it's popped up. And it looks like we've got the catcher trying to go for it, and he makes the play. Matt, that big foul territory makes a difference, doesn't it?
It sure does.
So there's 2 down. Here's Brody Crane with the way the wind is blowing. If he were to launch one, we may get out of here, but that's a ball outside. Runners on second, third for the Cats. And there's another ball outside. Ball 2. Right fielder Wyatt Woodward will be up next. And there's ball 3. That one low and outside. I'm sure Brody will take this one. And that's ball 4. So just like that, the bases are loaded. Well, that is the second free pass of the inning. Here's left-handed hitting Wyatt Woodward. Call strike 1 on the outside corner. Here comes the next pitch from Overstreet. Swung on, strike 2. That was that little curveball. Took a little something off of that one, Matt.
Yeah. Going to have to capitalize on this.
Yeah. This could come back to haunt us in later innings. And there's foul ball. So the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Home plate umpire goes out, has a little bit of a conference with Overstreet, and now we're ready to go. Overstreet works from the stretch, and there's a pitch that is outside. Lashley did a nice job of trying to frame that one. Give the home plate umpire every opportunity to call it a strike. And there's a solid hit, and it is going to go into right field, and here comes one run in, and here comes another run in. And here comes a third run that's going to score for the Cats. So the Cats pick up 3 runs on a hit and an error. Crane comes around to score, and Wyatt gets a base hit and then goes around to second base. So the Cats start off big in the first inning. That's exactly what Doctor ordered, Matt.
Yeah, it had to be done.
Yeah, and here's Cooper Charlton, the pitcher. There's the first pitch, and that was outside for a ball. Boy, I tell you what, I like the way Lashley frames that pitch. He's a veteran catcher, though, and he understands probably umpires better than anybody else. There's another bouncing ball. It goes over to second base, and it's picked up, and there's an out. But the Cats still pick up 3 runs. After a half inning, the score is 3-0 in favor of the Cats. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back.
The law offices of Wood & Peterson is sponsoring this portion of Neosho Wildcat Athletics, located at 217 South Lafayette, Neosho, and 431 Virginia Avenue in Joplin. They serve Southwest Missouri with personal claim representation. For more information, the phone number is 417-451-4141 or online at neoshoattorney.com. The law offices of Wood & Peterson are proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcats.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
Welcome back. It's the bottom half of the first inning. The Cats picked up 3 big runs to start the ball game. Cooper Charlton, the lefty, is on the mound for the Cats. For the Tigers, it'll be Blankenship, Thomas, Lashley, Overstreet, Perkins, West, Hicks, Moore, and Cornell. On the mound for the Cats, going from third base, it is Harville, Fisher, and Beavers over on first base. Charlton is on the mound, and Adrian McCroy is catching. Out in the outfield, it is Hearns, Jennings, and Woodard. Ball gets thrown down to second base, and we'll be ready to go. Overstreet had 28 pitches that time. I'm sure that's not to the liking of him or anybody on the Republic bench, as the Misha rules say that he can throw only 105 pitches in any given ball game. Here's Blankenship. He's the designated hitter. There's the first pitch, and that's outside for ball 1. Lefty against lefty. Here comes his next pitch, and that was ball 4. So there's the first pass. Blankenship goes to first base, and here is Cooper Thomas. He is the second baseman. He'll bat left-handed as well. Charlton looks down, there's the first pitch, and that's in there for call strike 1. Caught the outside corner. Charlton's got being lefty, he's got a natural curveball. comes his next pitch, and that's low and inside. That'll even the count at 1-1. Harville playing right up into the grass over on third base. And Beavers holding the runner on. That ball's outside for ball 2. Charlton looks down, works from the stretch. There's the next pitch, and that's a ground ball that gets right up the middle. And so Thomas gets a base hit, and the Tigers have got something going. We've got runners on first and second with no outs. Here's the catcher, Nolan Lashley. He is a junior that shows his numbers from last year show he knows how to handle a bat. Charlton looks down second base, and there's the first pitch, and that's low and outside for a ball. Charlton adjusting his hat. That wind out there is one that's a hat getter, that's for sure. There's the next pitch in there, and that is swung on, and it gets through the infield, and here comes the first run, and could be another run comes in. Hearns bobbles it, but only one run comes in. So now the score is 3-1. Lashley takes second base, and looks like that we've got a pinch runner. No, I don't think so.
No, it just
he's the catcher. He's still going to be there. All right, nobody out, and here is Brandon Overstreet, the pitcher. Cats need an out right here. There's the first one, and that's in there for call strike 1. Took a little something off of that one, Matt.
Yeah.
Comes the next pitch, and that's fouled off, and it'll be backing out of play for strike 2. Thomas at third, Lashley at second. After Overstreet, it'll be Perkins, West, and Hicks. Cooper Charlton looks down. Here comes the next pitch. Low. And it was a little bit low. So that runs the count to 1-2 strikes. Still nobody out. The score is 3-1. Comes the next pitch, and that is a pop fly that Woodward is under, and he's got it. And here comes the throw into home, and everybody stays put. That's one of the attributes the Cats have, as well as getting the ball back in quick. So there's the first out. Here comes Landon Perkins, the right fielder. Here's the pitch from Charlton, and that's swung on strike 1. And the wind continues to blow. 77 degrees outside, but the wind blowing like that, I'm sure it makes it feel like it's considerably cooler than that, Matt. There's the next pitch, and that is swung on. He got in front of it, and it's fouled down the third baseline. Two strikes. Here's the next pitch. And they're asking the home plate to appeal, and the base umpire says, no, that's ball 1. A ball and 2 strikes on the hitter. It's got him, strike 3. That little curveball that slows down just a little bit, and there's the first strikeout for the Cats. Here's Maddox West, the first baseman. Runner's still on second and third, and if the Cats could get out of this, it's got to be a confidence builder, doesn't it?
Sure.
Charlton looks down. Here comes his first pitch, and they're saying, yes, sir. He check swing, but he crossed the plane of the plate, strike 1. comes the next pitch, and that's in there for call strike 2. That was that little curveball.
Yeah, it drops there at the very
It
end.
sure did. West, the big first baseman, stands in there. There's the next pitch from Charlton, and that's in there. Strike 3, got him. So the Cats get out of the inning. There is 1 run scored on 2 hits. There were no errors. And at the end of 1.5, at the end of 1 inning, the score is 3-1 in favor of the Cats. I'm so used to it being the other way around. But Cooper Charlton picks up 2 really important strikeouts. We'll be right back after this.
The Sports Locker, located at 1206 Neosho Boulevard, Neosho, is a proud supporter and supplier of Neosho Wildcat Athletics. Open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. They carry all the biggest brands, including Under Armour, Nike, and Adidas sports apparel and equipment. Be sure to check out their Facebook page at Sports Locker Team Sales and Specials, or their number is 417-451-9300. Proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcats.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Welcome back to Republic, Missouri. The Republic Tigers are taking on the Neosho Wildcats. The Cats picked up 3 runs in the first inning, and Republic comes back and picks up 1 run. There's been a couple of hits in the ball game. Each pitcher has given at least 1 pass. In fact, the pass to Landon Blankenship, he came around and scored. But Charlton only threw 21 pitches compared to Overstreet's 28. And stepping in for the Cats is going to be number 19. This is Aiden McCrory. There's a first hit, and that's popped up. Second baseman underneath it, calling for it, and he makes the play. So that ball goes to Thomas, the second baseman. Here's speedster Logan Hearn. That ball's outside. Cats need to answer back right here. There's the next hit, and that, line shot right to the first baseman. They'd got past him. He could have run from here to Springfield. There's the second out, and here's the guy that started it all for the Cats, the top of the batting order. Gage Harville. He had a hit to start the ball game for the Cats and came around and scored. There's the first pitch. It's outside for a ball. Now, so far after the number of pitches that Overstreet threw in the first inning, he's certainly making it up for it in this inning.
Yeah.
Here comes his second pitch, and that ball is outside too. 2 outs, nobody on base, 2 balls in, no strikes to Gage Harville. Ball 3, high and outside. After Harville, it'll be Colton Harville, the third baseman. He walked the last time and came around and scored. And that one's down the middle for call strike 1. Gage steps back in. Here comes the next pitch, and that's ball 4. Here's Colton Harville. He looks down at Coach Kilgore. Now, he threatened to bunt a couple of times the last time he was up, and it didn't work out, and he ended up walking. Here comes the first pitch from Overstreet. Back to first base. Harville's back in plenty of time. Here comes the next pitch from Overstreet, and that's fouled off for strike one. Harville in 2 innings is already going to have a clean uniform, isn't he? He dives back into first base a couple of different times. There's the next pitch, and that is low and outside. Lashley does a nice job of keeping it in front of him to keep Harville from going to second base. Overstreet working from the stretch. Here comes a pitch, and that one's outside. So that runs the count to 2 balls and a strike. Now it's called strikeout on the outside corner. So deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top half of the second inning. 3-1 in favor of the Cats. That's fouled off. So Gage will have to go back to first base. If Harville gets on, it'll be Beavers and then Jennings for the Cats. Overstreet working from the stretch. And there's the next pitch called strike 3. Got him. Harville's kind of standing there looking at it for just a minute or two, but when all's said and done, it was a strikeout, and the Cats go down. There were no runs, no hits. There was a walk and 1 left on base. At the end of an inning and a half, the Cats are up 3-1. We'll be right back.
McKay Quality Roofing is a proud supporter of KNEO Radio and the Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. They're located in their offices at 811 South Neosho Boulevard. They specialize in roof removal and replacement of residential and commercial properties. In order to serve you better, they have offices in Neosho, Cassville, and Grove, Oklahoma. Call McKay Quality Roofing at 417-455-3326 for a free quote, or go online at mckayqualityroofing.com for more information. Go Cats!
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce invites you to download the new Experience Neosho app, available for free on the Apple and Google Play Store. Your guide to eat, shop, play, and stay in Neosho, and your direct link to KNEO Wildcat Sports. Download the app, register to win weekly prizes, and listen to your favorite Wildcat sports. Good luck, Wildcats. We can't wait to hear you ring that bell.
Hicksmore and Cornell be up for the Tigers. If anybody gets on, it'll be the top of the batting order. Blankenship, the designated hitter. Hicks is the third baseman. He wears number 13, and he steps in. He bats right-handed. Charlton struck out the last 2 in the first inning, so he just hopefully getting stronger and stronger. There's the first pitch, and that's low and inside for a ball. Charlton working at his own speed. Here comes the next pitch, and that is fouled off. That'll even the count at 1-1. Home plate umpire is going to clean off the plate. We want to be able to see it good, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
You bet. So, and that wind just continues to blow. We'll see if later on in the ball game that makes any difference to us. There's the next pitch, and that one's low and inside. Charlton looks down at his wrist coach for just a minute. Looks down at McCrory. Here comes the next pitch. And there's a ball hit to Gage. Gage gets past Gage, goes right up his arm. And Hicks is on first base. Here's Fisher Moore, the left fielder. He'll step in he'll bat left-handed. Moore, Cornell, and then it's the top of the batting order. Runner on first base. First pitch looked like it was going to be a bunt. Got him, yes, sir. Oh. No. Looked like the base umpire was ready to ring him up, and then he pulled out.
Here comes Kilgore.
Here comes Coach Kilgore out to talk about it for at least just a minute. That was a snap throw from McCrory down to first base, and as we said, the base umpire was ready to ring him up and ring him out. In the last minute, he said no, he was safe. And so Coach Kilgore is going to request that be appealed to the home plate umpire and see if there's a difference. So Coach Kilgore walks away. The Cats will kind of huddle on the mound for just a minute or two, and the two umpires are talking about it.
Well, he started to say he was out and called him safe, so I don't know what he saw.
He really did. He got out there a little bit far, and McCrory jumped up, and that's the play. He's safe. And now Coach Kilgore is going to go over and talk to the home plate umpire for just a minute or two and say he tagged him. He knew it. He was going to call him out and then called him safe. But apparently there must have been a bobble on the ball or something. That's the only thing I can think of. So Coach Kilgore's still out there, and he looks down at the base umpire. He appeals to him again. He says, the call's been made, Coach. So, and we're still talking about it. He said he was there. But when all's said and done, the runner's still at first base, and the batter is Fisher Moore, the left fielder.
Coach just wanted him to know he's out there.
I think that's probably it more than anything else. Charlton looks over, throws over to first base. Runner's back in plenty of time. Here comes the next pitch, and that's in there for call strike. We've got 1 ball and 1 strike. We're in the bottom half of the second inning. The Republic Tigers have got a runner on first base. There's a swung on strike 2. There's a little bit of a off-speed pitch that time. Moore was out in front of it by quite a little bit. And there's the next one. That's in there. Strike 3. He's out. So Cooper Charlton has recorded his 3rd strikeout. And here's Chase Cornell. The batter is Jace Connell. He plays center field. Thanks for the PA announcer to help me with that a little bit. And that ball gets away from McCrory. He's going to just let it go. And the runner gets on to second base. A couple of things happened that time. McCrory couldn't keep the ball in front of him, and then he couldn't reach down and get the handle for it. However, I think the runner was there. Hicks was there anyway. There's a swung on, and it's a foul ball.
You know, there's always a difference whenever the kids are used to playing on turf, then they come here and play on the real turf, and they don't know how to judge the ball near as well.
Well, it is, but I tell you what,
it's a different bounce.
Yeah, it's a different bounce, but I tell you what, this is an exceptionally impeccable
really nice
field.
Yes.
It's a great, great ball field. Comes the next pitch, and there's that little curveball. Home plate umpire says nothing doing, but that'll run the count to 3-1. That's ball 4. So Connell goes to first base, walk. Runners on first and second. And here is the DH, Landon Blankenship. He walked and came around and scored in the first inning. This is where the defense has got to come. Double play ball is just exactly what the doctor ordered. Pitcher's best friend. Charlton's thrown 10 pitches so far this inning, and there's only 1 out. There's the first pitcher. A little bit high for ball 1. Next pitch underway, swung on, strike. Cats badly need an out right here. And that's in there for call strike 2. I think he just reared back and threw that one, threw the smoke at it. So there's a ball and 2 strikes. There's 1 out, runners on first and second. Charlton on the mound. Here comes the next pitch, and that's popped up. Hearn on his horse trying to get out of there and makes the catch, does not make the catch, but he does knock it down, and here comes 1 run. It's going to score. Well, that was a hard hit ball, almost to the fence. It was outside, and 1 run scores. And a runner is at second. And we've got just a minute or two that we're getting ready for some gear. And here is Thomas, the second baseman. 3-2's the score now in favor of the Cats. First pitch, and that goes right to nice play by the Cats that time. Get the ball into home and get the lead run. They caught him in a rundown. The runner who hit the ball goes on to second base, but the second out is recorded.
That was good heads up.
It was a nice job that time by Beavers to get the ball into home. And Thomas is on second base by way of a fielder's choice. Well, I tell you what, McCrory ran him back, and once they got the ball to Colton, it was all over because he's got the speed to get him out. There's the first pitch, and that is high for ball 1. We talked about defense for this ball club, and that was just very, very heads up by the Cats that time.
Smart play.
Yeah. Yeah, and if I'd been Republic, I'd have done the same thing. I'd have sent him, you know.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to.
Comes the next pitch from Cooper Charlton, and that one's inside for ball 2. 2 outs, top half of the third inning. The score is 2-3 in favor of the Cats. Lashley steps in. He works up a little gas, and that one, he hits foul, and it's going to be out of play, way back out of play. In fact, it hit the school bus.
Hit the school bus.
Yeah. So there's 2 balls and a strike. On Nolan Lashley, the catcher. He had a base hit his first time up. A base hit here would score 2. That one's low and outside. Charlton's almost got his hat so far down on his eyes, I'm not sure he can see. And that hit him. And Lashley will go to first.
Well, you can't.
Bases are loaded. Here's Overstreet.
No, we're coming out to the mound. Got to.
Yeah, and that is Coach Osborne who's going to come out to the mound. And this ball game is being brought to you by your Farm Bureau agent, Josh Dodson, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Calvary Baptist Church, Neosho Daily News, Crowder College, Eric Norris, he's your State Farm agent, Joe Ringstaff, he is your financial advisor for Edward Jones, First Free Will Baptist Church, Family Market, Affordable Propane, and Show Me Realty. We want to thank all of our sponsors for helping us out because if they help us out, then Matt and I get to do what we love to do best, and you get to sit at your easy chair and watch the Neosho Wildcats. The only thing better would be if they were here supporting our Cats, wouldn't it?
That'd be good.
Yeah. Home plate umpire walks out and says, probably need to break this thing up just a little bit. And Coach Osborne says, okay. He heads back. So there's 2 outs, and the bases are loaded. And here is the number 4 hitter, Brendan Overstreet, who's also the pitcher of record. Charlton looks down at his wrist coach. Looks down at second. Here comes his first pitch, and that is swung on, and I believe that's going to be out of play, even though Beavers catches it. So the Cats take advantage of that foul territory, and Beavers makes the catch, and that stops things right there. So nice play by Beavers to retire the side, but the damage was done. There was a walk, there was a fielder's choice, there was a couple of errors, and there was one run. So after 2.5 innings of play, the score is 2-1, or 2-3 in favor of the Cats. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Mark Taylor, General Manager of KNEO Radio and the CEO of the Sky High and Neosho Wildcats Broadcasting Network. As we bring you these high school sports broadcasts each week, there are additional hours and behind-the-scenes work that has to be done to bring you this broadcast. And there's more and more equipment needed with the expansion of the internet or radio broadcast equipment, social media, plus there's fees, announcer costs. It all can add up. If you're a business, we could use your sponsorship. And if not, we are a non-for-profit broadcaster, so your gift is tax deductible. With less sponsors, we have to cut back on how many games or events done, and if that number drops too low, then we have to make other changes. So we would appreciate and look forward to the opportunity to get your business, church, or yourself involved. Contact us to find out more by calling 417-451-5636 or go to kneo.org and contact us there. We will follow up.
Welcome back. It's the bottom or top half of the third inning. Cats are up by a score of 3-1, and it is going to be Beavers who made a great play over in foul territory to retire the side. Then it will be Drake Jennings and Brody Crane. Beavers struck out his last time up. Here comes Overstreet's first pitch, and he takes a swing at it, strike one. I think he meant to hold back on it, but there's no question that bat across the plane of the plate. He called timeout, and he stepped back out of the way just as Overstreet was getting ready to go. Here comes the next pitch from Overstreet, and swung on strike. That's strike two. 2 pitches and 2 strikes. That's a way to make that economical, isn't it?
Yep.
John and Matt with you from Republic, Missouri, and there's call strike 3. That is the second time that he's thrown a little bit of a curveball, and it curves right across the plate at the last minute, because that's twice he's frozen a couple of Cats like that. So Beaver strikes out for the first out, and here comes Drake Jennings. He flied out to the catcher his last time up. That's the first pitch, and that's low and outside for a ball. There's the next pitch from Overstreet, and that's swung on. That'll even the count at 1-1. Cats need to get something going right here. And that was a little bit of an off-speed pitch that I believe was supposed to curve. It probably didn't curve. So that's ball 2. Comes the next pitch from Overstreet, and that's ball. Overstreet has thrown 28 pitches, and then he threw 15 pitches in the last inning. Drake Jennings steps in there, and there is a hard hit ball, but it is going to be out of play. So they'll run the count full. Infield seems to be playing straight back. The freshman shortstop is back on the dirt just a little bit, and Jennings gets a free pass. Ball 4, and here's Brody Crane. Crane got a free pass and came around and scored the last time. Looks down at Coach Kilgore. Steps in. There's the first pitch, high and outside for ball one. Jennings over on first base trying to see if he can disrupt Overstreet just a little bit, and there's a throw back, sure enough, but he's there in plenty of time. We're in Republic, Missouri. It's the top half of the third inning. Welcome to the ballpark. What a beautiful, beautiful ballpark here in Republic, and there's a pitch outside to Brody Crane. It was a little bit of an off-speed pitch. So the count is 2 balls and no strikes. There's a third pitch, and that one's outside too. Lashley jumps up like he's going to throw it back to first base, but Drake is there in plenty of time. Overstreet throws the ball back to first base, but Drake's back. 3-1. Let's see if Crane can draw his second walk of the ball game. And he does. So now the Cats have got runners on first and second, and here is right fielder Woodward. He had a base hit his last time up, and Coach is going to come out and talk for just a minute. We want to thank some more of our sponsors. We want to thank Edgewood Bowl, Toner Connections, Free Market Physician Healthcare, Tally Tire, Woods and Peterson Law Firm, Newmac Electric, Sports Locker, KSN, KODE, Zach's Car Wash, McKay Roofing, Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, and YMCA. And that was a quick visit to the mound, so we'll get going again. Cats have got runners on first and second. There is one out in the top half of the third, and here is Wyatt Woodward. As we said, he had a hit his last time up. Here's a pitch, and that's in there from Overstreet for call strike one. Cats need to rattle the bats, no doubt about it. Because that ball is high and dropped inside. Started out high and dropped low, didn't it?
He's got a nasty curve.
Yeah.
He definitely does.
There's call strike two. Woodward just kind of looked at that one. That was a little bit of a curveball. A ball and 2 strikes to Wyatt Woodward, the right fielder. Overstreet backs up just a little bit, gets off the mound, and runners go back to first and second. Crane's at first, and Drake is at second. And there is a ball that is hit, and there's a double play ball, and it's not going to get there. And now we're saying, well, we're saying that throw to second, and that's the out. And that is the third out to retire the side. So after 2.5 innings of play, the score remains 3-2 in favor of the Cats. We'll be right back. The Freeman Family YMCA is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Serving the 4-state area, the Freeman Family Y believes in putting Christian principles into practice through programs, building a healthy spirit, mind, and body. With 2 locations to serve the area in Grove, Oklahoma, and Neosho, the Freeman Family Y open 5:30 to 9 Monday through Saturday, 1 to 5 on Sunday. For more information, you can go online to ymcaswmo.org or call us at 417-455-9999.
Americans have a big healthcare problem. Over 100 million citizens carry medical debt while spending on overpriced and complicated health insurance. As Christians, we don't have to pay for a broken system. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a faith-based alternative to health insurance at half the cost. Plus, you can enroll at any time. Stand up to insurance and join CHM today.
Welcome back. It is the bottom half of the third inning. The Cats picked up 3 in the first inning. Republic picked up 1 in the first and 1 in the second, and that's how we stand 3-1. Cooper Charlton on the mound for the Cats. And Brendan Overstreet on the mound for the Tigers. Overstreet has thrown 28 pitches, 15 pitches, and 16 pitches. Charlton has thrown 21 and 18. Both pitchers having a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone. There's been 5 walks given up so far in this ball game and 1 hit batsman. Start off with Perkins, the right fielder, West, the first baseman, and then Hicks, the third baseman. Perkins struck out swinging his first time up. Cooper Charlton looks down. Here comes the first pitch, and that's in there for call strike 1. A little curveball, Matt.
Yep.
And took a little something off of that. Of course, he has a natural curve anyway. Perkins steps out, steps back in. There's the next pitch. Swung on. Foul ball, strike 2. Charlton looks down, and the flag does not stop out there. There is a ball hit out into shortstop, was able to pick it up, and that was Gage Harville, so he picks up the out. And there's 1 out. Here's Maddox West, the first baseman. He struck out his first time up.
First baseman Maddox West.
First pitch from Charlton, and that is outside for a ball. I think that was more a heater than it was a curveball that time. Swung on, and that is a ball that's going to go fair. Goes over the first baseline, and Maddox rounds first, and he's going to be stuck right there. Hearn comes up with the ball and gets it back in.
Turns and holds it first with a single.
It was right down the line.
Here's Hicks. Hicks got on by way of an error and came around to score in the last inning. Runner on first. Here comes a pitch from Charlton, and it's popped up. And it looks like we've got a couple of guys calling for it. We're going to have to, guys, we've got to communicate.
Say something.
But that ball went to second baseman Jaden Fisher, and we made the out. That communication we think is easy, but it's not really when you're trying to concentrate on a fly ball like that and the wind blowing the way it is. They may have been calling ball, 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 and you didn't hear them. So 2 outs. Here comes the first pitch, and that's low for ball 1 on the outside corner. And the batter is Fisher Moore, the left fielder who struck out his first time up. And that ball was high. Aiden had to jump up and get it and look down to first base. Charlton working, and the ball gets away from McCrory that time. And West scampers down to second. Three balls and no strikes to Moore. And that one's in there for call strike 1. Runner at second base, bottom half of the third inning. And there was nobody in place. And they've got him in a rundown. And Gage is going to tag him and has got the out. Well, I'm not real sure what caused the runner to do that, but he got into a rundown, and the Cats' defense comes out again. So the batter of inning will be Fisher the next time up, and the third out retired the side. So after 3 full innings of play, the score remains 3-1 in favor of the Cats.
For 15 years, CareNet Pregnancy Resource Center has been serving women, men, and their families.
All of our services are free and confidential, and they include
first trimester ultrasounds, STI testing with treatment, and
pregnancy tests, as well as verification and community referrals.
One-on-one education classes for any parent or soon-to-be parent,
along with material assistance.
Today's event is being supported by Banner Church of the Nazarene, located at 597 North Fork Road between Anderson and Goodman. Banner Church of the Nazarene services are Sunday school at 9:30 and family worship at 10:30. Check out their special Sunday night youth fellowship. Wednesday services begin at 7, offering adult Bible study, ladies Bible study, youth and children's services. Contact them at bannerchurch.com, 417-364-7461, or dennis@bannerchurch.com.
Charlton, McCrory, and Hearn for the Cats. Top of the fourth, 3-2 in favor of the Cats. There's the first pitch from Overstreet, low and outside for ball one. Well, the Cats have gotten Republic as victim of rundown twice now. There's a pitch that's in there for call strike. And it's actually been the Cats' saving grace both times.
Yeah.
Overstreet on the mound. Here comes the next pitch, and Charlton hits it, and it's fouled back out of play.
We got to be productive batting.
Yeah, Charlton only had 9 pitches that last inning, so that was a good inning. Here comes the next pitch, and it is call strike 3. I'll tell you what, now that was a great job of framing the pitch from Lashley. It was a little bit outside, and he pulled it right in. Home plate umpire called it. So great job that time by the catcher, and Charlton is out. Here comes McCrory. He flied out to second baseman his first time up. That ball's high and outside. There's the next pitch from Overstreet. An experienced catcher is a pitcher's best friend. We've said that for a long time, and because they do so many different things behind the plate. There's the next pitch, and that is called strike. I mean, they not only control the pitchers, know how to work with them, they control the speed of the game by whether they run the ball out or whether they walk their way out or whether they just go slow. So an experienced catcher makes a wealth of difference. There's another pitch that's 3-1 now. To McCroy, the catcher. Ball 4. Here's the freshman, Logan Hearn, played left field. He'll step in and bat left-handed. His favorite thing to do is hit the ball to the opposite field. And as we've seen, Matt, he is a first pitch swinger, isn't he?
Yeah, he likes to be aggressive up there on the plate. He really does.
All right, we're ready to go. Overstreet's on the mound. He's looks down at his wrist coach. Hearn steps in. Here comes the first pitch. And there is a line shot, foul. He got around in front of that one. If he'd gotten it over the first baseman's head, he could have run from Springfield to back. Yeah, there's a throwback to first base. There's a pop-up. Looks like a shortstop's coming in, and he makes the play. pitch runner out there. Who is that, Matt?
Grayson Thurlow.
Grayson Thurlow. Okay.
Yeah. I wasn't able to see the thing because of the wall.
Here's the top of the batting order, Gage Harville. They get the ball back. Harville has had a base hit and come around and scored, and then he was walked in the second inning. And ball high. Here's the next pitch, and that ball is hit, and it's hit hard, but it's being caught out in right field, and that retires the side. So Landon Perkins makes the play, and after 3.5 innings of play, the score still 3-2 in favor of the Cats. We'll be right back.
Access Family Care serves all of your health care needs, from behavioral health to dental services to primary medical needs. AccessFamilyCare.org. Women's health, OBGYN services. AccessFamilyCare.org, with locations across Southwest Missouri. AccessFamilyCare.org. Quality, convenient health care. Access Family Care medical and dental clinics. Building relationships, providing great care.
When second's making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle.
Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself. 1, 2, 3, Wildcat!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
See Shelter Agent Josh Meeker in Neosho and get the insurance coverage you need at the right price.
More Connell and Blankenship up in the bottom half of the fourth inning for the Republic Tigers. Still on the mound for the Cats is Cooper Charlton. A full game for him, as it would be, I think, also for Republic. Just listening to their schedule would be a real plus for both of these pitching staffs, as the Cats go to Garden City, Kansas, to play a couple on Saturday. Then they come back, they get a day of rest, and then they take on Carthage Tigers on Tuesday. Here's the first pitch from Charlton. Swung on, strike one. Took a little something out of that one. And he swung a little bit early, so there's the first strike on Moore. There's the next pitch. That's low for ball. Even the count of 1-1. It's a little low and outside for ball two. Colton is playing in on the grass at third base, and Gage is playing back on the grass. They're swung on, and that's going to be strike two. That's out of play. Over here in the softball field behind us.
Yep.
So the count's 2-2 on Fisher Moore. There's the next one. And it's a ground ball. It goes over to Fisher, and it's back up to Beavers, and there's the first out. Here comes Chase Connell, the center fielder. Bat's right-handed. He steps in. He got a free pass his last time up, and there's the first pitch, and a little bit of chin music for ball one. He was stranded on third base in the second inning. There's the next pitch, and that one's low in the dirt for ball two. Colton continues to play right in on the grass at third base, and Gage is back on the grass at shortstop. Fisher's back on the grass at second base. That one's in there for a call strike. Swung on, strike two. Hearns is playing probably 3/4 in left field. Got him. He chased a sinker for another strikeout.
Like the sun's trying to peek out back here a little bit.
Just a little bit. So that's 4 strikeouts for Cooper Charlton. And here's the top of the batting order. There's a ball outside. Blankenship hit it a ton the last time, and Hearn chased it down, was right at the fence, and just kind of knocked it down, I think. There's ball 2. That one got away from McCroy. There's a hard
big hop.
Yeah, hop over from Gage to first base to Beavers, and that retires the side. And that was 11 pitches on that inning for Cooper. And we will go to the top of the 5th. The score is 3-2 in favor of the Cats. We'll be right back.
A business impact partner of KNEO 91.7 FM is 4 State Printing in Anderson, Missouri. Serving the area since 1982, they specialize in screen and offset printing services and have promotional products. 4 State Printing also has a retail store, County Clothing Company, that offers McDonald County spiritwear and Christian apparel. More information at 417-845-6929 or online at 4stateprinting.com.
15 years, CareNet Pregnancy Resource Center has been serving women, men, and their families.
All of our services are free and confidential, and they include
first trimester ultrasounds, STI testing with treatment, and
pregnancy tests, as well as verification and community referrals.
One-on-one education classes for any parent or soon-to-be parent,
along with material assistance.
And welcome back. I guess, Matt, we could say this is the week of the All in the Family affair. On Tuesday night, Coach Gilgore coached against his nephew, Chase Kilgore, from over at Joplin. And what we have tonight is we've got 2 brothers that are assistant coaches. T. Hessel for the Neosho Wildcats and Bo Hessel for the Republic Tigers.
Yep.
So it's a... But I tell you what, when it comes to baseball, all's fair in love and war, and I don't think that family blood runs real thin.
It's called straight competition.
That's exactly what it is, and being professionals that they are. It's it is Colton will be up first, then it will be Beavers and Jennings and Crane. Overstreet so far, and there's the first pitch, swung on, strike 1. Overstreet fooled him with a little bit of a changeup that time. Colton got froze by a curveball in the second inning. I'm sure he remembers that, and there's the next pitch. It's in there for call strike 2.
Everybody's batting has to know that pitch is going to come, so you've got to be ready for that pitch.
And there's a ball low and outside. In the top half of the 5th inning, the Cats hang on to a slim 1-run lead. There's the next pitch from Overstreet, and that was swung on, strike. And he went after, chased a high pitch that time.
That's that nasty curveball he's got. That.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It is nasty.
Here's Tevin Beavers. He struck out twice also. Beavers had 2 hits on Tuesday night against Joplin. He'd like to get it started right here. And there's the first pitch. It's low and outside for a ball. Overstreet has pitched 28, 15, 16, and 10. And I believe both these pitchers are just getting stronger as it goes, Matt.
Well, we're getting to see their stuff, so it's getting pretty interesting.
It is. Beaver says, wait just a minute. And that's a called strike. Now, Beavers had his bat down and had his arm up to the home plate umpire.
He's got to get out.
And Coach Kilgore's going to say, "Whoa, wait a minute."
He has to get out of the batter's box. He's got to step back. That's what he's going to tell him.
Yeah, he does. And the home plate umpire did not acknowledge him wanting to back away. But like I said, he had his bat in one hand laying down there. So, but I believe that's right.
He needs to be stepping out.
Yes, he does. So, Beavers has got a ball and 2 strikes. Jennings and Crane, then Woodward for the Cats. Beavers just steps in. He is ready now. Here comes the next pitch from Overstreet. And that is swung on, and that ball is gone. And it is going to be, he's going to get a double out of it at least. And they get the ball back in quickly. So ready he was.
There he got a shot.
That ball took one bounce, and it was against the fence. And that caught Moore just a little bit by surprise. Here's Drake Jennings. Cats got 1 out and a runner on second. We don't need to let this opportunity to get by in a 1-run ball game like this. Nice job of getting the ball back in by Moore that time to keep Beavers from going on to third base. Overstreet looks down at second. Here comes the first pitch, and that is outside for ball 1. As much as Lashley tried to frame that one in, home plate umpire wasn't having any of it that time. Looks down at second. Here comes the next pitch, and that's ball 2 outside. After Jennings, it will be Brody Crane, who has walked twice. Jennings fouled that one off. They'll run the count to 2 balls and a strike. Jennings steps back in. Overstreet is ready. Stares back Beavers at second. And that one's high. That did not come down for ball 3. 3-1's the count now. And here comes the pitch. Ball 4. So there's another base on balls, but the only problem with that puts the double play ball into play. But here's Brody Crane. Crane steps in. Overstreet looks at second base. Here comes his first pitch. Swung on, strike 1. Crane kind of shaking his head a little bit. He got caught and fooled on an off-speed pitch.
Yep.
Comes the next pitch, and that's outside for a ball. Fisher is playing a little bit farther back towards the fence, and center field is playing deep. There's a ball high. And right fielder Landon Perkins is playing up close. So a pop over the first baseman's head is going to be a score for the Cats. There's another ball that's high and outside. That'll run the count to 3-1. This could load the bases right here. And something Overstreet does not want to do, and Brody Crane knows that. Looks at second base. Here comes the pitch, and it's ball 4.
Here comes
okay,
their
it
coach.
is Beaver at third, Jennings at second, Crane is on first, and here comes Coach Plotner.
This is where your only options really is just no strikes.
That's absolutely correct. Christian Healthcare Ministry, Caranet Pregnancy Center, Banner Church of the Nazarene, Access Family Care, 4 State Printing, Joe Meeker, he's your shelter insurance agent. the big nickel. Hey, everybody at the Neosho Daily News says, hey, go Cats, and that's what we say here as well. Fawcett Greenhouse and Water Gardens are sponsors of tonight's ball game. You get an opportunity, go by and tell those people how much you appreciate it. They just want to let everybody know that they are sponsors of not only Neosho School District, but Neosho Athletics. You know, the talk is over, and Overstreet is still there. Wyatt Woodward steps in. He had a base hit in the first inning. Here comes the first pitch, and that's low and inside for a ball. Woodward against the Joplin Eagles the other night timed a pitch perfectly and caught it, or it would have been a home run. That ball's inside for ball 2. I believe I would not swing the bat until I saw a strike here. And there it is, strike 1. Fly ball's the score for the Cats, and that's ball inside. That'll run the count to 3-1. And there's a ground ball, and they're up over to second base, and they get the play there, but they do not get the play at first. And he's safe, and a run scores. And Woodward does his job. He gets on base by way of a fielder's choice. Here's Charlton. Here's the first pitch, and he pops this one up. And third baseman is calling for it. Then the shortstop calls for it, but third baseman makes the play. But the damage is done again. The Cats pick up 1 after 4.5 innings of play. The score is 4-2 in favor of the Cats. We'll be right back.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Family Market, located at 201 North Neosho Boulevard, is your friendly hometown grocery store with delicious deli and the best selection of fresh meats and beautiful produce. Family Market can also take care of all your catering needs. Whether your upcoming event is big or small, Family Market can handle it all. Call 451-0057. That's 451-0057. Check out the Family Market Facebook page for weekly specials. Go Wildcats from Family Market of Neosho.
Well, the Cats pick up 1 largely on a double by Tevin Beavers that bounces against the wall out in left center field, and he comes on around to score on a great fielder's choice by Wyatt Woodward, who also has a single in the ball game. We're getting ready to start the bottom half of the 5th inning. On the mound for the Cats continues to be Cooper Charlton. It'll be Thomas, Lashley, and Overstreet. Anybody gets on, it'll be Perkins, the right fielder. Beautiful, beautiful night here for baseball in Republic, Missouri. Cats will be home Tuesday night as they'll take on the Carthage Tigers. Then we'll be right back in this area on Thursday, Matt, as we take on Willard.
Yep, on the other side of town.
Yep, just about. That's exactly right. So it's going to be Thomas, Lashley, and Overstreet. Thomas has had a single and then got on by way of a fielder's choice. First pitch from Charlton, and that is swung on, and that is going to get into center field for a strike. And he is in there. That ball was just hit, wasn't it? It was just a...
Right up the middle.
Yes, it was. It was a nice hit ball, line shot. So Thomas strikes first with the Republic, and he is on first base.
We got a pinch runner.
And we got a pinch runner, number 26.
I don't have it.
Carter Coggins. Carter Coggins is the pinch runner. And here's Lashley, the catcher. Charlton throws the ball over to first base. Pinch runner's back in plenty of time. Coggins. Here comes a pitch, and that is outside for a ball. Cats defense has made the difference so far in the ball game. Need to keep doing the same thing. And there is a swung on foul ball out of play. Even the count at 1-1. Bottom half of the fifth inning, Cats picked up one last inning, so the score is 4-2. And that ball's a little bit low and outside for ball 2. Charlton just kind of looks over at first base, and here comes the next pitch, and that is a hard hit ball. Jennings has got it, though, and makes it out. So there is one out, and here's Brandon Overstreet. He's flied out to right field, and then he's flied out to Beavers over in foul territory. First pitch, and McCrory up real fast, but runner back in plenty of time. Ball 1. Charlton looks down. Here comes his next pitch, and that's low. Ball 2. Charlton's not even looking over at first base. I think he's taking his signals from somebody over here on the left side of the infield. But there's the next pitch, and that one's low. And McCrory up and tries to get the ball back. Coggins back in plenty of time. There'll be a JV ball game after this one. In case anybody's interested in making the trip here, there's a throw back to first base again. And the pinch runner Coggins is still back.
It's definitely, this facility is worth the travel.
It most definitely is. It's a great facility. There's call strike 1.
Whether it's softball, baseball, football, this is a great
the people
place.
of Republic show their support for their athletes by the things that are going on. There's a pitch, a ball that is going over to the pitcher, Charlton. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but he makes the play over to first base. Runner gets down to second. Charlton made the right decision. So 1-3, and there's 2 outs. Here's the right fielder, Perkins. He struck out once, and he's flied out to Gage Harville. McCrory taking time out. That's what we talked about a little bit earlier when we were talking about the attributes of a catcher. Probably McCrory, more than anything else, is just giving Charlton a chance to rest for just a second. Gives him a little pat on the leg and says, here we go. Let's get this guy and we'll come in and get some more hits. Perkins has struck out and he has flied out. There's the first one. There is a pop fly that is out of play.
Hit the locker room. The dugout.
Foul ball, strike 1. Perkins steps back in. Here's the next pitch, and that's outside for a ball. Nice job by McCrory that side. I'm just stopping that ball. There's a hard, and that is a hard hit ball, and that is going to score another run. So just like that, the Tigers get one back. So the score is now 4-3 in favor of the Cats. Nice single by Perkins, just a turn on that, and it goes over third base. Here's Maddox. He got a single his last time up, and then he got caught in a rundown. And Coach Kilgore is out talking to the home plate umpire again. I'm not real sure what was going on that time, but Coach Kilgore, being the veteran that he is, I'm sure he saw something he wanted to question. Here's a first pitch to West, and that's called strike one. Nice job by McCroy that time to frame that pitch.
Yep.
Yes, it was.
Right.
Cooper Charlton, and there is a foul ball, is in his sixth inning, fifth inning, as in both pitchers. Here comes the next pitch, and there's a swung on foul ball, strike two. That was one that just spun. I'm not sure how much spin got on it, but it sure did, didn't it?
Yeah.
There's a throwback over to first base, runner back in plenty of time. Maddox steps in, we're ready to go, and there's another throwback to first base. That one got away from Beavers for just a minute, but he got back. Beavers is going to reach down to help him up with the ball still in his glove, and the base runner says, "No, that's okay, I'll get up on my own."
Looks like he got the wind knocked out of him a little bit.
Well, he might have. All right, the count is no balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, and there's another throwback. There's the next pitch from Cooper, and that was a curveball that did not curve, and it was high and inside. Here comes Charlton's next pitch, and that's swung on right back up the center. And the runner's going to try to go to third, but probably not on Drake. So we've got runners on first and second, and there's 2 outs. That ball was right back up the middle. If Charlton had caught it, it would have been in self-defense. Here's Hicks. He has scored once, got on by way of an error, came around and scored, and then he flied out in the 3rd inning. And it looks like the coach, Osborne, wants to take another stroll out to talk to Cooper Charlton, and we don't see anybody up in either bullpen, so we'll just wait here for a minute and see where we go with that. It's been kind of nick and tuck for the Cats the whole ball game. They've had the lead and have not relinquished it. However, the Tigers are within 1 for the second time.
Two outs.
There's 2 outs. Yeah, home plate umpire says, "Wait a minute, let's I don't know whether he wants to get some more baseballs or what."
Yeah, there's several of them that were hit out of bounds over.
Yeah, probably needs to replenish that just a little bit. You know, the runner at third base or at second base had gone back into the dugout for some reason or other. But here's Hicks. It's the first pitch from Charlton, outside for a ball. He just kind of looks over at second base. Here comes the next pitch, and that was just popped, and it's going to fall in, and it does. Here comes a run that's going to try to score, and he does. little flare that time that tied the ball game. Hicks just kind of stuck his bat out, and it got over into right field. And
here comes Kilgore out to the mound.
Yeah. And we've got runners on first and third.
Cooper is retired.
Cooper is retired. He's probably going to go into the outfield. And we'll see exactly. Here comes Brody Crane, and he's handing them maybe the gloves they need. And we'll see who it is that we're bringing in.
I believe it's going to be Gage Harville.
I believe you're probably right, and that'll play a little bit of upset the fruit basket. Let's take a timeout, and we'll be right back. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Today's Wildcat game is brought to you by Edgewood Bowling Center of Neosho, Missouri. Located at 2811 Gardner Edgewood Drive, they now have new synthetic lanes for adult and children bowling leagues and a smoke-free environment. They also have a certified pro shop and hosting for private parties. They offer Cosmic Glow Bowling on Fridays and Saturdays after 8 p.m. To learn more about Edgewood Bowling Center and their leagues for adults and children, the phone number is 417-451-4505.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Wildcats!
Compton CPA Group PC, located at 112 Northwood in Neosho, is a full-service accounting firm and is proud to support the Neosho Wildcats. Compton CPA Group PC can assist you at every stage of your financial life and help you work toward your financial goals. From tax preparation to bookkeeping services, Compton CPA Group PC has you covered. For all your tax and business affairs, call 417-451-2932 or learn more at ComptonCPAGroup.com.
All right, we're about ready to come back. We played a little bit of upset the fruit basket. We have Cooper Charlton goes to first base. Tefus Beaver goes to third base. And it looks like, Fisher is at shortstop. And I believe we'll see Colton Harville go to second base. Yep. That's exactly what we see. So we're ready to go. So Charlton is officially out. He had 4 runs. He allowed 5 hits, and he allowed 2 walks. But he had 4 big strikeouts, very timely strikeouts. So the first person to face him is going to be Fisher.
We got to get out of this inning.
Yeah, Republic has come back and tied it up, and the score now is 4-4. Here's Fisher Moore, the left fielder. And the first pitch from Harville, and he looks like he's going to fake it over to third and then turns around and throws it to first. Not any real heat on it. I think he just wanted to let the base runner know he was there. Harville looks down, takes a big deep breath. Here comes the first pitch, and it's a ball. McCrory does a nice job of keeping it in front of him and keeping the runner at first base. There are 2 outs. The Cats are in bad need of an out right here to stop the bleeding. Gage Harville is his second pitch, swung on, strike 1. That'll even the count at 1-1. Here's the next pitch from Harville, and that is fouled, and it's out of play for strike 2. So we'll come back and do it again. There's a ball on 2 strikes on Fisher Moore, the left fielder, who is struck out, and he is grounded out 4-3. Gage looks down, throws over to first base, has almost got him. The base umpire signaling something over there, kind of wavering back and forth. There's the next pitch, and that's fouled right back up here, and we'll do it again. And got him. And that retires the side. So Harville comes in and does what has to be done. He gets the strikeout, and the Cats will come up to bat. At the end of 5, the score now is 4-4. And we'll be right back after this.
Fawcett Greenhouse at 898 Baxter Street in Neosho is a proud supporter of Neosho sports. Springtime brings growing season and baseball to the Neosho area, and Fawcett Greenhouse supports all Neosho spring sports and wants to wish all Wildcats good luck for a happy and safe season of competition. Fawcett Greenhouse can supply you with all your home landscaping and gardening needs. For more information, the number is 417-451-5369 or FawcettGreenhouse.com.
The Sports Locker, located at 1206 Neosho Boulevard, Neosho, is a proud supporter and supplier of Neosho Wildcat Athletics. Open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. They carry all the biggest brands, including Under Armour, Nike, and Adidas sports apparel and equipment. Be sure to check out their Facebook page at Sports Locker Team Sales and Specials, or their number is 417-451-9300. Proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcats.
Access Family Care serves all of your health care needs, from behavioral health to dental services to primary medical needs. AccessFamilyCare.org. Women's health, OBGYN services. AccessFamilyCare.org, with locations across Southwest Missouri. AccessFamilyCare.org. Quality, convenient health care. Access Family Care medical and dental clinics. Building relationships, providing great care.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. For more information, 417-221-6795 or online at proluberepair.com.
Top half of the 6th inning, and Cooper Thomas and Overstreet trade places. But Brendan Overstreet, the ball game is over for him. He's allowed 4 runs also on 3 hits. Each team has had 2 errors, and we're ready to start. The Cats will start off with McCrory, Hearn, and Gage Harville. I think Colton Harville will be up. Get the ball back to second base, and they get the ball over to Thomas. He's a sidearm pitcher. We'll see exactly what that does to the Cats' psychic. McCrory steps in. Here comes his first pitch, and it's foul ball, strike 1. And McCrory just shakes his head. Yep, that's exactly what it was. Here comes the next pitch from Thomas, and it hits him. So McCrory gets a free pass, and he goes to first base. And here's the freshman, Logan Hearn.
And we have a pinch runner. It is 16. Once again, Grayson Thurlow.
Grayson Thurlow will be the pinch runner. Gage steps in. He bats left-handed. Or no, that's Hearns, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Hearns.
Hearns, the right fielder, and he looks like he's going to bunt. We'll see if that happens. He just kind of holds it there. And he does. He bunts it, and it's a good bunt. No, home plate umpire said it's a foul ball for strike 1. Well, I'll tell you what, that was just about in there that time.
Yeah.
McCrory had second base taken. Hearns is flied out. He's flied out to the first baseman, then he flied out to the shortstop, Cam Riddle. And he still holds that bat out just like he's going to bunt. Here comes the next pitch. He pulls it back. It's high for a ball one. Hearn steps back up, and he still looks like he's going to bunt the ball. And he does. And that ball is foul. It's picked up by the catcher, but Lashley, but he caught it in foul territory. So Hearns has bunted two of them foul. And that kind of changes things in his mind a little bit. One ball and two strikes. Runner on first base for the Cats. That's high and outside for a ball. That'll even the count at 2-2. Thomas hasn't shown any overpowering speed yet, but that three-quarter sidearm can cause some havoc for a batter. Ball inside, and that'll run the count full. Gage gets on. It'll be Colton Harville, the now second baseman. And there's a ground ball, and it goes over. Double play ball accepted. Harville's got some speed, and he's safe. And Hearns' first is safe on a fielder's choice, but there's one out. And here is Gage Harville. Hearns over on first base. And the throw over, and he's back. Ball got away from the first baseman and ran out there a little late, but it wasn't enough.
I think it hit Hearn, but
yeah, I don't think that was enough for Hearn to scamper down. We'll see if the Cats try to bunt their way on now with one out. And that's fouled off. We're in the sixth inning from Republic, Missouri, and we are knotted at 4. The Cats picked up 3 in the first and 1 in the fifth. Republic had 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and 2 in the fifth. There's been a couple of hard-hit balls, but they've stayed in the stadium. And there is a pitch, and it's outside. As much as Lashley would like to have been able to frame that when it didn't work. Counts 1-1. Gage is the runner, and there is another one that's high and outside. Colton is on deck. I said Gage is the runner, Gage is the batter. Hearn is over at first base. Here comes the next pitch from Thomas, and swung on. Not a whole lot of speed to that, and fooled Gage just a little bit. So that runs the count 2-2. And that one is popped up. It's in short. Center fielder's over to make the catch, and he does. So there's the second out. Connell comes over from his center field position and catches that ball right in left field for the second out. Here's Colton. Colton needs to put the barrel of the bat on the ball right here. Here's the first pitch from Thomas, and he does just that, and that's going to be in there for a base hit.
Right over the middle.
Here's Beavers. He struck out twice, and he had a double that hit the fence. Beavers went over to the third base, and that upset the fruit basket deal just a little while ago when we changed pitchers. And he stands in there, and he's ready, and that one's a ball inside. Logan's on second, and Colton is over on first. And Tevin knocks that one right back up over us. That'll even the count at 1-1. Beavers is ready. Here comes the pitch, and that's low and inside for a ball. It's going to take the Cats a little while to get the hang of this sidearm pitcher, aren't they, isn't it, Matt?
Yeah.
And our approach has got to be just right on. Comes the next pitch, and that is a hard hit ball, and that may be out of the ballpark. And it is.
Oh, home run.
Home run.
Call it a home run. Wow.
And Beavers finally got a hold of it after a double. Then he gets the home run. And just like that, the Cats are back up to a 3-run lead.
Boy, howdy.
I mean, that
he
ball.
yacked it, but I thought it went.
Yeah, the minute it came off the bat, we knew what was going to happen there. So the Cats pick up 3 with 2 outs in the top half of the 6th inning, and the score's now 7-4. And the batter is Drake Jennings, the center fielder. We got to talk to Tevin last time on Tuesday night. I bet we get a chance to talk to him again tonight. What do you think?
Probably.
Yeah, Thomas on the mound, and there's a swung on, and that is to the shortstop. He was single hops it, and he makes the play, retires the side. But the damage is done. The Cats pick up 3, and the last out is 6-3 to Drake Jennings. And we will go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Cats up 7-4. We'll be right back.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
The Freeman Family YMCA is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Serving the 4-state area, the Freeman Family Y believes in putting Christian principles into practice through programs, building a healthy spirit, mind, and body. With 2 locations to serve the area in Grove, Oklahoma, and Neosho, the Freeman Family Y open 5:30 to 9 Monday through Saturday, 1 to 5 on Sunday. For more information, you can go online to ymcaswmo.org or call us at 417-455-9999. Connell, Blankenship, and Thomas up in the bottom half of the 6th inning for Republic. Gage Harville in relief of Colton Charlton. And the score was tied at the time. Now, thanks to a 3-run homer by Tevin Beavers, the score is now 7-4 in favor of the Cats. Connell struck out his last time up. He got a free walk in the 2nd inning. And that wind just continues to blow, doesn't it?
Sure does.
That was a well hit ball. I'm sure the wind helped it just a little bit, but it just from the time that came off the bat, you knew that that ball was out of here. Here's Chase Connell. There's the first pitch, and that is low for ball one. So next pitch swung on, and that'll even the count at 1-1. Gage Harville on in relief of Charlton, and there is a hit right to Jennings, and he makes the play for the first out. Here's Landon Blankenship. He has had a base on balls, come around and scored. He has had a double, an RBI double, in fact. And then he grounded out 6-3. First pitch from Harville, and that is low and inside for ball one. Harville working pretty fast. Here comes his next pitch, and that's in there for call strike one. So that'll even the count. Bottom half of the sixth inning, Cats up 7-4. Oh, caught him on a changeup, swung out way in front of it. But that's the thing about both of these ball clubs, Matt. At any given time, the score can change by way of the long ball.
Exactly.
And there's a ball low and outside. Beavers is playing right onto the grass at third base, as did Colton. Got him, strike three. And boy, he almost fell down when that happened. So that's a strikeout for the second out. And here's the pitcher of record, Cooper Thomas. Steps in, he throws right-handed, he bats left-handed. 1-2-3 inning would be right what the Cats needed right here. There's the first pitch, and that was a sinker that popped right in there for strike one. Gage looks down. Here comes the next pitch, and that is swung on, and that is fouled. He got way in front of that and got it on the foul side of first base for strike two. No, that got way up there and got over.
That had something, I don't know what you want to call it, but it bounced over the.
Yeah, it sure was. It sure was, and it bounced off that concrete backboard back there. So there is a ball and two strikes. Here comes the next pitch. And McCroy says, boy, that one was close. That one was close, but that'll even the count at 2-2. In the seventh inning, and that's a little ball outside, and McCroy couldn't believe that one either. In the seventh inning for the Cats, it'll be Crane, Woodward, and Charlton.
Give him something to hit.
Just put the ball in play and get out of the inning. He did just that and struck him out.
There it is.
And the side is retired. So Thomas goes down on strikes. We've played 6, and the Cats are up 7-4. We'll be right back. You're watching the Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
Looking for extra space near Neosho? At 86 Mini Storage, we offer secure open parking for RVs, campers, and vehicles. Plus, we have a selection of storage units that can hold whatever you need. Conveniently located in Western Neosho with 24-hour access for our customers, and right now, your first month is free. To find out what spaces are currently available or request a unit, visit 86ministorage.com or call 417-621-1601.
Missourians know we've got their back. For 75 years, they've turned to Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance for dependable, personalized life insurance coverage. That's 75 years protecting families and the lives they've built. For small-town values and big-time protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
And welcome back. It is the top half of the 7th inning. The Cats, by way of a Tevin Beavers 3-run home run, now have command of the ball game by a score of 7-4. Up for the Cats will be Crane, Woodward, and Charlton. A couple of insurance runs would be good as the top middle of the Tigers' batting order comes up in the next inning. Ball's thrown down to second base by Lashley, and we'll get ready to go. Here's Brody Crane. Brody Crane has walked actually 3 times in this ballgame, Matt.
Yep.
He steps in, and he's just chomping at the bit. Give me something to hit. And swung on strike 1. He was in front of that one quite a little ways. Here comes the next pitch, and that's low for ball 1. That'll even the count at 1-1. Infield is playing straight away. Looks like the outfield is playing in a little bit, and that one is popped way up high. Center fielder coming in, and he's going to make the play, and he makes it for the out. There's the first out. So Connell makes the play in right center, and there's 1 out. Here's Woodward. He got a base hit, and he got on by way of a fielder's choice. Charlton up next. And he pops that one, foul and out of play for strike 1. Both these guys, Woodward, and there is a ball low and outside, and Charlton have got some pop in their bats. And then McCroy comes up, and he's got some pop in his bat as well, we've seen. There's a ball outside. Cooper Thomas, the second baseman, is on in relief of Brendan Overstreet. And there is another sidearm. And the count is now 3-1. And he fouled that one off. Over to Coach Kilgore over there. I'm glad to see he looked the ball right into his hand, aren't you?
I'd hope he would.
And did exactly that. So the count is full. There's 1 out, top half of the 7th inning. And there is a ball that is a pop fly, and that is going to go to the center fielder, and he makes the play. So Connell makes the second play of the inning, and there's 2 down. At Charlton, if he gets on, it'll be McCrory. Charlton steps in there. There's the first pitch, and there's foul ball, strike 1. He pitched through and was relieved by Gage, so I'm sure he'd like to make some sort of an effort to do something offensively now in the ball game to help his team. And that ball gets away from Lashley, and it's ball 1. I think Charlton and Overstreet both got exactly what was asked of them during the ball game, Matt, don't you?
Yeah.
Ball and 2 strikes is the count. Cooper steps back in. Here comes the next pitch, and that one's high. Looked like he wanted to take a cut at it.
Of course he did.
No, I'm not going to do that. That one's inside for ball 2. McCrory, Hearns, and then it's the top of the batting order for the Cats. Ball 4. So Charlton gets a free pass. Here's McCroy. He grounded out. He got a free pass, and he's been hit by a pitch. And McCroy almost got hit again. Ball 1 inside. Steps back in. Charlton takes a pretty good lead off over there at first base. He has got some speed, and that is a well-hit ball that's going to be caught by the right fielder, and that's going to retire the side. Perkins was there to make the play, and the Cats don't go down not in order because Charlton drew a walk, and we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. The Cats up by a score of 7-4. We'll be right back.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Wildcats!
It's the bottom half of the 7th inning. The Cats need a 1-2-3, and we go home happy right after the JV ball game ends.
Yeah.
We'll go home before that, though. But on the mound for the Cats is Gage Harville. He's come in and had a couple of really good innings. In fact, he's got a couple of strikeouts to his credit. He struck out the last batter in the 5th inning and the first 2 batters in the 6th inning, or the second 2. And we're getting ready. He's going to be facing the catcher, Lashley, who's had a base hit, been hit by a pitch, and flied out to center field. Then it'll be Brendan Overstreet, and after that it'll be Landon Perkins. Perkins had a hit and came around to score the last time he batted. We haven't had an opportunity to test Lashley's arm. It just hasn't worked for us when we get people on base, but I tell you, he is one premium catcher. He stands in there. Gage throws the first pitch, and then swung on for strike 1. We'll be right back in this neck of the woods next Thursday night, and that is outside for a ball. We will be coming, Cats will go home, and they will play host to the Tigers from Carthage, and then we will come to Willard. There's the next pitch, and that is swung on. It's going to be out of play. No, it's not going to be out of play. I keep thinking about the difference in these fields, and I think we do too. I think McCroy's not real happy with himself because he thought that ball was going to be out of play, and it wasn't. I mean, it didn't even hit the warning track. But that's strike 2. This is a young ball club. They've only got 2 seniors that are graduating this year, so they're going to come back full of fire. Well, that's exactly what McCrory wanted. He shook his head a little bit, but the home plate umpire said, no, that's a ball. Gage looks over, comes from the stretch, and that's a little bit outside. That'll make the count full. McCroy's going to have to be careful with some of his antics out there. He's going to make the home plate umpire feel too good, but that's 3 really good pitches that Gage has thrown, and got him on strike 3. So Harville gets his 4th strikeout. And here comes Overstreet. Overstreet started the ball game. He went 5 innings and has gone to second base. He flied out to right field, flied out to first base, and then was grounded out 6-3. There's the first pitch, and that's in there for call strike 1. Cats need to get this one over with and get it behind us. Here's the next pitch. That's a little bit outside for a ball. Leaving the count at 1-1. 2 outs and the Cats go home happy. There's the next pitch from Gage, and that is popped up, and Gage is calling everybody off, and he makes the play for the second out. And here's Landon Perkins, the right fielder. He had a single his last time up and came on around to score. Other than that, he struck out and he's flied out to shortstop. It's been a nip and tuck ball game all the way up to the 3-run homer by Beavers. Ball 1, high and outside. Stay tuned for the post-game show. We'll talk to a couple of the players. That foul ball strikes out right back at us. And we'll talk with Coach Kilgore. That post-game show is being brought to you by Arvest Bank. Proud to call Neosho home. A ball, and there's ball 2. Two balls and a strike, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Gage Harville on the mound. That one's high and outside. That'll run the count to 3-1. If Perkins gets on, it'll be the first baseman, West, and he's had a couple of hits. Gage takes a big deep breath, swung right on through that one. That'll run the count 3-2. One more pitch, Gage, right here. Takes a deep breath. Here it comes. And that's ball 4, high and inside. So Perkins goes down to first base. And here's West. West struck out, had a double and a single. Gage looks down, there's the first pitch, and that was outside for a ball. Cats need 1 out. Let's just get it right here and be done. Here comes the pitch from Gage. Swung on, strike 1. That'll even the count at 1-1. Matt, it's been a tough ball game all the way around. There's not been a lot of hits. Each team's got 6 hits. The Cats just, and there is a fly ball. And they're chasing it down the third base line, and it's a foul ball. Everybody giving chase that time, but it dropped in for a foul ball, strike 2. And the Cats were behind in hits until we got the bomb from Beavers. So there's a runner on first base, bottom half of the 7th inning, a ball and 2 strikes and 2 outs to the first baseman, West. Gage looks down, here it comes, and that one's high. That'll even the count at 2-2. I don't know whether the ball's high like that because that's an indication that he's letting loose of it late.
Yeah, he tends to pitch a little high.
And that one's fouled off, so we'll do it again. Gage has had 13 pitches in this inning. Oh, that was, my goodness. I think there were several thought that, but obviously West knew more about it than we did, is what did the home plate umpire, and that runs the count full. And there's ball 4. Here's Greg Hicks. He's got on by an error, came around and scored, and then he's had a base hit. Cats just need to put the ball in play and let the defense take care of it. Here comes the first pitch, and there it is, and it's a base hit, and it's going to score at least 1, maybe 2, and they're getting the ball in, and Hicks gets a base hit.
A pinch runner. Lyndon Snodgrass.
Lyndon Snodgrass is the pinch runner over on first base. And the batter is Moore. Moore has struck out twice and has grounded out. I think McCrory was the one that called the meeting out on the mound just to kind of give Gage a little bit of encouragement. He looks over at the coach, and coach is giving a signal. Now McCrory is out there giving a signal, making sure everybody understands where we're going. McCrory starts to come out, and then Gage steps off the mound, and he comes back on, and we're ready to go. There's the first pitch, and that is popped up, and that should be the ball game, and it's going to be caught, and it is by Fisher, and the ball game's over. Fisher, coming from his shortstop position, made the play. Matt, we can breathe a little bit now because that was a great, great ball game. The ball game is 7-5 in 7 innings. The Cats move to 14-7. We're going to take a timeout, and we'll be right back. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcats Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Mark Taylor, General Manager of KNEO Radio and the CEO of the Sky High and Neosho Wildcats Broadcasting Network. As we bring you these high school sports broadcasts each week, there are additional hours and behind-the-scenes work that has to be done to bring you this broadcast. And there's more and more equipment needed with the expansion of the internet or radio broadcast equipment, social media, plus there's fees, announcer costs. It all can add up. If you're a business, we could use your sponsorship. And if not, we are a non-for-profit broadcaster, so your gift is tax deductible. With less sponsors, we have to cut back on how many games or events done, and if that number drops too low, then we have to make other changes. So we would appreciate and look forward to the opportunity to get your business, church, or yourself involved. Contact us to find out more by calling 417-451-5636 or go to kneo.org and contact us there. We will follow up.
Today's Wildcat game is brought to you by Edgewood Bowling Center of Neosho, Missouri. Located at 2811 Gardner Edgewood Drive, they now have new synthetic lanes for adult and children bowling leagues and a smoke-free environment. They also have a certified pro shop and hosting for private parties. They offer Cosmic Glow Bowling on Fridays and Saturdays after 8 p.m. To learn more about Edgewood Bowling Center and their leagues for adults and children, the phone number is 417-451-4505.
When second's making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle.
Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage. It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
7
at the screen. You have to protect yourself.
1, 2, 3, Wildcats!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
See Shelter Agent Josh Meeker in Neosho and get the insurance coverage you need at the right price.
Today's event is being supported by Banner Church of the Nazarene, located at 597 North Fork Road between Anderson and Goodman. Banner Church of the Nazarene services are Sunday school at 9:30 and family worship at 10:30. Check out their special Sunday night youth fellowship. Wednesday services begin at 7, offering adult Bible study, ladies Bible study, youth and children's services. Contact them at bannerchurch.com, 417-364-7461, or dennis@bannerchurch.com.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
And welcome back. The Neosho Wildcats win. As we said, they go to 14-7. They had 6 hits and they scored 7 runs, but the towering shot was by then third baseman Tevin Beavers, and he picked up 3. And that was in the 6th inning, so the Cats went ahead and won the rest of the ball game. Here's the story, though, Matt. I mean, not only did Cooper Charlton do a good job, and he went 5 full innings. The score was 4-4 at that time. But Harville comes in, and he gets 4 Ks, allows 1 run, and finishes the ball game.
Yeah. He did a great job pitching strikes. And, we came out and won.
Yeah, Cats did a nice job of their approach to the plate when Cooper Thomas, a sidearm pitcher who played second base, came in. He didn't have any overpowering speed, and that makes a huge difference in what you do when you're a ball club and you want to be aggressive and you want to see who the fast pitchers are and get them. The Cats waited and waited and waited, and that was exactly what Beavers did, but that wasn't the only hit he had. He had a double that bounced off the fence earlier in the ball game as well. So great job for the Cats. Stay tuned for the post-game show. We'll talk to Coach Kilgore, and we'll talk to a couple of the other players. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcats Sports Network.
Today's event is being...
The Freeman Family YMCA is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Serving the 4-state area, the Freeman Family Y believes in putting Christian principles into practice through programs, building a healthy spirit, mind, and body. With 2 locations to serve the area in Grove, Oklahoma, and Neosho, the Freeman Family Y open 5:30 to 9 Monday through Saturday, 1 to 5 on Sunday. For more information, you can go online to ymcaswmo.org or call us at 417-455-9999.
Today's sporting event is being made available for your family by Chris Wright of Dig Right Equipment Rental, located just off Highway 49 at the Carterville exit by Casey's. Open Monday through Friday and Saturdays till noon with rentals of outdoor construction equipment and even attachments for your machines. Chris Wright of Dig Right Equipment Rentals is a proud supporter of today's game. 417-317-4995.
Family Market, located at 201 North Neosho Boulevard, is your friendly hometown grocery store with delicious deli and the best selection of fresh meats and beautiful produce. Family Market can also take care of all your catering needs. Whether your upcoming event is big or small, Family Market can handle it all. Call 451-0057. That's 451-0057. Check out the Family Market Facebook page for weekly specials. Go Wildcats from Family Market of Neosho.
3, 2, 1.
At our Best Bank in Neosho, we believe in the power of serving others, from small business to agriculture. Whether you're looking for someone to help you manage your mortgage or an expert in wealth management, we got you covered. You deserve a financial partner who cares and wants to help you reach your financial goals. Arvest Bank, proud to call Neosho home, and what better timing? Here comes 3 or 4 of the ball players in, and we are excited. Guys, congratulations on a great ball game. Mr. Charlton, let's talk first.
Hello, John.
How are you, man?
I'm good.
Good, great. Quite a ball game, wasn't it?
It was.
It was a great ball game, and I tell you what, the defense had your back the whole time, didn't they?
Yes, they did. They worked really hard today.
We got a couple of really nice rundowns that helped things out considerably, and then Mr. Beavers is doing what Mr. Beavers does, and we're getting ready to expect that.
Yeah, he was helping us out there today.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, I thought you had some good stuff today, didn't you?
I did. It's just not everything was falling. There's a lot of close stuff that he just didn't call it, but it is what it is. We can't change anything about it.
No, you can't. But, as an umpire, you don't have to get all the calls right, but you got to be consistent. And I think that's what we saw today, and we keep seeing things like that. This is a pretty good hitting ball club, isn't it?
They are a good hitting ball club.
Yeah, they are. So we finish up here and we go to Garden City, and we've got a couple. Then you come home to play Carthage.
Yeah, we're ready for Carthage, but we're more ready for Saturday. We're going to go up there, play our butts off, and then come home and get ready for Carthage.
All right. Well, congratulations. Great ball game.
Thank you.
Here's a guy I've been wanting to talk to for quite a while, Mr. McCroy. You're behind home plate, and you've got all of these different pitchers that you're having to deal with. Gage, specifically, Gage comes in and throws 4 strikeouts for us. What about that?
Yeah, man, I thought Gage looked really good coming in like that. That was pretty clutch. I mean, Cooper started off the game very well. Like he said, just umpire wasn't calling everything, but some of that's on me. I got to do a little better receiving. Coach Kilgore's always on my butt about that, but I got to be a little better. But Cooper started off very well, and then Gage coming in like that was huge. And then couple timely hits on offense. I thought the team played very well today.
Yeah, we really did, but let's talk about that. Don't be too hard on yourself. I saw you framing the ball 3 or 4 different times and really making the umpire think about it, and that's what you've got to do.
Yeah, me personally, I got a strong head on my shoulders, so I'm always going to be hard on myself. I've always been that way. And, I really appreciate Coach Kilgore getting on me like that too. So that's just my personality. I'm always going to be hard, but...
Well, I tell you, there's a difference between the pitchers, and we know that pitcher to pitcher to pitcher, and I know you've got to handle each one of them a little bit different, but the way that you have control of the ball game and the way that there's times that you'll run out to the mound to talk to a pitcher, there's times that you kind of ease your way out there to talk to the pitcher to kind of slow it down. You kind of read what they do, and you read their physics and kind of get an idea of how they're going, so you give them a chance to slow down just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, so a lot of that's just a relationship, at practice. I'll go catch the bullpens, and then we'll catch up. I have a couple pitchers like Jack Combs last year. Me and him had a big thing where every time I catch a bullpen for him, he'd take me to dinner afterwards. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, some of that's just a relationship. I like to build that relationship with my pitchers.
If you can get him to take you to dinner, can you get me onto that deal too?
I can try.
Okay. Hey, congratulations on a great ball game. Thank you so much. You did a really nice job tonight. Let's get the home run hitter over here. Now, I got to ask you before we go any farther, and I'm talking, by the way, with Tevin Beavers, who had a double against the wall and then a home run. You held your hand up to the umpire, and you actually had the bat down, and the pitch came through, and he called it anyway. Did that get in your head just a little bit?
No, sir. Coach Kilgore, as soon as it happened, he was fired up, coming to back up for me, but I can't let things like that bother me. I've got to stay locked in mentally at the plate and not let those outside factors affect me.
I told Matt, I said, Tevin is getting in there. Now he's ready about the time pop. So that wasn't a fastball. What was it?
He was throwing, quote, fastballs from that arm slot. Nothing's really straight like a fastball. It's kind of running like a 2-seam. It's kind of coming up on you, and then it's dropping right at the last second. But, you've got to take quality looks in the on-deck circle, and I feel like that helped me a lot. Just looking at it from an outside perspective, you see how it comes out of his hand, the rise and the drop of the ball, where he changes his hand placement from a curved ball to a changeup to getting his fingers under it for his fastball.
Yeah, do you guys talk in between bats? The next batter that comes up, you tell him what you've seen?
Oh, yes, sir, 100%. Because, the knowledge that comes from the guy before you is outstanding help going up there to hit. You got a guy who sees something that people in the dugout don't see. Some things you've got to see straight on, and from the hitter before just gives you all that information you need.
All right. Well, congratulations on another great ball game and
Thank you, sir.
A great job at the bat. Let me talk to Mr. Kilgore over
Yes,
here.
sir.
Well, Coach, if I've heard you say it once, I've heard you say it a dozen times. Our approach to the plate. Our approach to the plate. Overstreet comes in, and he's not got overpowering speed, but he throws the ball pretty good, and he mixes it up. And then this Mr. Thomas comes in, and he's got that in the slot sidearm. We had the right approach, didn't we?
We really did, and and it's one to where you got to be locked in and get your timing. Every pitcher slot's a little different, and that's one thing that we just hammer with our hitters is getting your timing, getting locked in, have an approach. And one thing that we have done well the last 4 games, getting swings early, having our best swings early in the count, and then if we have to, we'll spread out from there. So, today's game marked 4 games in a row. Our kids are 4 wins in a row, and our kids are playing better. They're playing with confidence. More importantly, that puts us 2-0 in the West. And anytime you go on the road in the COC, it's going to be tough, So Republic, when they came back and tied it, a team can hang their heads. They had the momentum, and then we found a way with, again, a timely hit like we had Tuesday with Cooper versus Joplin. Beaver provided a timely hit with guys in scoring position in a tie ball game.
Yeah, it really was, and it worked out well. But this guy right over here comes in, he allows 1 run, and he gets 4 strikeouts.
Well,
how timely is that?
We trust him. He's a competitor. He's going to compete. We know when we give him the ball, he's going to go. He's going to attack the zone, and he's just kid that we rely on to compete for us. And Cooper, can't ask much more from Cooper. He gave us 90 pitches. He kind of struggled in that first inning, and then he found the zone and and got us into the 6th inning, and we knew that Gage will come in and compete for us, and that's all you can ask of him.
Yeah, absolutely, you did that. Let me talk to him for just a minute. Congratulations. We're going to Garden City, right?
We're going to Gardner, Kansas.
Gardner, Kansas, okay.
And we'll play at 10 and 12:30 against, we'll have Blue Valley Southwest at 10, and then we'll finish with Shawnee Mission North at 12:30, and then we're going to take the guys to see the Royals versus the Angels. So
wow.
We'll make it a weekend.
Yeah, all right. That's exciting. And then you come home and we take on the Tigers from 28 miles down the road.
That's correct, and we'll look forward to it.
All right. Thank you so much,
Go
Coach.
Cats.
Appreciate it. Gage, you came in when we had to have it, and you're striking people out right and left. Tell me about that.
Yes, sir. Cooper had a good game, just trying to feed off that energy. And like Kilgore says, dirtbag mentality and just coming in, competing, throwing strikes, and winning a ball game.
Well, it really was, and I'll tell you what, the batters that you faced were no slouches whatsoever.
No, they could swing.
They were their strength.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just going into that, getting ahead early in the count is a big one. First pitch strikes, try to locate early and often, and just don't get down on kids that can swing it.
Well, talk to me about McCrory being behind the home plate. I mean, I asked specifically because I wanted to talk to him. I've been watching him, and he seems like he's a phenomenal catcher.
He is. I love the kid. Tremendous work ethic back there, blocking balls, good arm behind the plate, and a real leader for the squad. And I just really appreciate what he does for the squad.
All right, when he comes out, what are you thinking? You thinking he's coming out to encourage you, to slow you down?
He's always encouraging. He's never tearing me down. Just picking up the boys and telling us our situation and where we're going with the ball, and just, a great leader.
Yeah. Hey, Colton got a timely hit. He's needed a hit. He's had his dauber down a little bit, and it was a great hit to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
All right.
you go to Kansas,
Yep.
then you come back, and we
Yep.
take on Carthage, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Congratulations on the win, my friend.
I appreciate it. Thank you,
Take
sir.
care.
Thank you for your time.
You bet. Thank you. See you the next time. All right, there you have it, and that takes care of it for us here. For the Cats win it once again, and they go to 14-7. So till we see you, and we'll see you on Tuesday night, by the way, back home as we take on the Carthage Tigers. So till we see you the next time, John and Matt saying, Go Cats!